Hey guys, welcome back to Before Time Began. I'm just gonna get right into the video today. The sin of laziness is one that is not recognized very often as a sin. I know I struggle with this 110 million%. This is a sin that I struggle with. And in our culture today, we are so okay with being stagnant. I know that everything's going 100 miles an hour in our culture and there's no stopping, go, 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 go. But when I say stagnant, I don't mean like necessarily that we're not doing something or involved in something, but I do mean that we're stagnant in sharing the gospel. We're not living life with urgency. We're not sharing the gospel with urgency. I don't live that. Most of the days I am alive, I do not live with the urgency of, okay, if Jesus came back in 20 minutes, would I know that this person sitting next to me is going to go to heaven and spend eternity with God? Or do I know that they're going to spend eternity in hell? Like, where is their eternity? And do I care about it? And do I love them enough to share the gospel with them? And that's what we need to ask ourselves about things that we're spending our time on. Does this matter eternally? Like, when I get to heaven, will what I'm doing right now matter at all? And I think sadly most of the things that we do, we would say no, they don't matter eternally. Okay, so what's the point of doing it? And this is not accepted by culture. This is not something that is pushed by the church as much as it should be, because we are so okay with being lazy. And not just necessarily lazy as in sitting on my phone looking at Instagram, but lazy in sharing the gospel, lazy in living out the Great Commission, lazy in living to glorify God in every single thing that I say, every single thing that I do. We are lazy when it comes to our faith. We are lazy when it comes to doing what God has called us to do. And that's what Satan loves. He loves it when we're lazy. He loves it when we lose sight of eternity and we don't have our eyes fixed on Jesus and we have our eyes fixed on this thing that doesn't matter at all. And I don't know what it is for you. I don't know what you are spending so much time on and so much effort, but in the long run, it has no eternal impact and it doesn't matter at all. But you're so focused on this that this is your whole life. You're just so focused on it, but you're being so lazy in sharing the gospel and in being who God has called you to be and in reading your Bible and in spending time in prayer. And your focus is not on the right place. It's focused on these things that have no eternal impact. I'm not saying we can't do stuff. Of course we can do stuff. We all do stuff. We can do sports and have fun with our friends and hang out and go out to eat and laugh and play and have a great time. But is that all that we're doing is? Are you just playing a sport to play a sport, or are you playing a sport to glorify God? Are you being healthy so that you can be physically able to do whatever God calls you to do, or are you being healthy because it's a stress reliever? Are you hanging out with your friends because it's fun and you feel accepted and you feel loved when you're with them? Are you hanging out with your friends so you can build those relationships, so you can encourage them in their walk with the Lord, so you can share the gospel with them, so that you can be close to them and love them and show them the love of Christ? What is your purpose behind the things that you do and the things that you engage in? What is your purpose? So I pray that you'll evaluate your life. Just look at all the things you do and say, okay, what's my purpose in this? And if your purpose is not to glorify God, then maybe say, okay, how can I make my purpose to glorify God in this? How can I shift my focus from me to Him? So I pray that you will evaluate your life, that you'll look at this and you'll take this seriously, and that you will recognize where you're being lazy in your faith, where you're being lazy in your walk with the Lord, and what areas of your life you need to improve and pray about, and start incorporating more of who Jesus has called you to be and doing what he's called you to do, which is share the gospel and glorify him in all you say and do. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos like this, give me a subscribe. Peace out.